Trucking companies are back in the news, and this time they're not talking about a trucker shortage, they're actually talking about job cuts. U.S. Express, one of the largest trucking companies in the United States, has announced the second layoff in just 3 months as consumers are slamming on the brakes to unnecessary spending. As I've said before in many other podcasts, layoffs are one of my biggest concerns for Americans. As we cool off from one of the hottest real estate booms that we've ever seen, any job loss combined with the fact that most Americans have little to no savings could increase foreclosures for both homeowners and investors on a scale that we haven't seen in almost 15 years. That's since the Great Recession of 2008. And I'm not sure if you've been paying attention, but many companies are slashing jobs for what they claim is streamlining their operations. Now, way before the COVID pandemic, many corporations were already in preparation for the next round of automation. And I believe that the pandemic actually slowed this down, but in recent surveys, it shows that automation is top of mind for most company executives. I feel that sometimes when things are going well, we seem to forget that in the U.S. economy, we experience both ups and downs, and I wish we were just a little bit better at preparing for the downturn, and that's me included. And for the last 10 years or so, our U.S. economy has been booming, especially for the last 2 years. As we've experienced historically low interest rates and massive stimulus, I feel that it's kind of given us a false sense of security. Employers over the last couple of years have been enticing other employees to leave their stable jobs for immediate sign-on bonuses and attractive compensation packages. I mean, obviously, they've done what they've needed to do in order to fill the job vacancies in an attempt to keep up with the growing consumer demand. And now I'm concerned that consumer confidence is less optimistic with the rise in cost of life's necessities like food, for example, that this will cause consumers to stop unnecessary spending, resulting in job cuts. According to the CNBC article published on August 24th, and let's take a look, many economists are fearing a recession. And this article actually led me to a company I've never heard of called PWC. PWC surveys business executives, and between August 1st and August 5th, PWC surveyed 722 U.S. business executives, and I'd say that's a pretty good sampling. This is what PWC calls the Pulse Survey, and actually the results are exactly as I would expect. About 51% of employers have either planned or implemented the reduction of headcount in their workforce. 53% of the execs say they will increase digital transformation, and 63% say they have or are planning to change processes to address labor shortages, and here they actually referenced automation. Prior to the pandemic, businesses were already reducing their office space and sending workers to co-working offices or shared workspace like the company we work. And as we all know, the pandemic just accelerated this remote workforce. And this survey goes on to reveal that 70% of the executives polled have a plan to expand or further implement permanent remote work options where specific roles allow. This survey also revealed that 47% believe supply chain disruptions are likely to ease. 47% believe that the labor market will shift to favor employers instead of employees. 62% believe inflation will remain elevated. 61% believe that there will be an increase in political tensions and divisiveness. And 60% believe we'll have a recession. Now let's travel back to CNBC's article. This article states that the Federal Reserve raising borrowing costs to cool the economy and tame stubbornly high inflation is just not settling well with the economists. 73% of the economists polled recently by the National Association for Business Economics say they aren't confident that the Fed can actually achieve the goal to reduce inflation without triggering a recession. Now, if we experience massive job loss here in the U.S., do you believe that the Fed is going to continue to print money to subsidize unemployment benefits? Because according to this article, there will be key differences than what we've seen in the past with unemployment insurance. During the pandemic, the federal government paid an additional $600 a week to all unemployment recipients for about 4 months in 2020. That supplement fell to $300 a week for periods of 2020 and 2021 before ending in September of 21. Now, for those of you that don't know, unemployment insurance is a joint federal state program. And in certain aspects, especially the amount of the weekly benefit varies significantly from state to state. The benefits are capped to less than $300 a week in states like Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee, while aid can max out over $600 a week in states like New Jersey, North Dakota, Ohio, Oregon, Rhode Island, Utah, and Washington State. Now, the question is, will unemployment insurance, should we need it, be enough for Americans to pay life's essentials like their rent, their mortgage, their food, their health insurance, transportation costs? So now, hearing all this, guys, what's your plan? As someone that's experienced many downturns in my lifetime, I hope this video will help you to think about ways that you can actually save more money or earn more money, even if it means that you finally get rid of, sell off some of the things that you just don't need. So do some of your own research and analysis. Don't just stick your head in the sand. I think the writing is on the wall, and many of these economists and company executives feel that financial challenges are on the way. Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, give it the thumbs up. It'll let me know that you did. And guys, I always appreciate when you subscribe to Sachs Realty's YouTube channel. Hit the alert bell. It will let you know every time we upload content. See you next time.
Sachs Realty, Maryland broker number 607720, office number 443-318-4514, equal housing opportunity.